welcome to the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia's Farmers Union live broadcast. Welcome to this other edition of the program. And I'm glad again tonight to be joined by the word and listened to by the many followers, listeners, and first time listeners of this program. We'd like to say you are absolutely welcome. And tonight is just another night of education, another night where we will be talking more deeply about agriculture. And as well as tonight being one of these nights that we will be able to channel our strength into motivating Liberians to go back to the soil. This is your usual host, Madam Abba A. Anderson. On behalf of the management of the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we'd like to wholeheartedly welcome you. And as you usually know, we are here because of our people in Liberia. We are here because we believe that agriculture is the backbone of Liberia's economy. So we devote our time and effort in ensuring that the message of agriculture is heard in the four corners of Liberia. This is how we like to welcome you.
Welcome to Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. With Abba Organic producing high quality food with low environmental impact, organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880-547-543 or 0776-570-925 or 0886-199-299 or 0777-567777, or you can directly contact our CEO Abba Addison on +447 943 523387 and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
And so we are partner for good. And tonight is just one of these great nights where we are here to ensure that the voice of the voiceless, the great people in Liberia, the focus people, the people that makes the difference in Liberia, are also going to be here with you, sharing to you their voices and some of our greatest challenges that we face.
On October 19th, 2021.
And so just before I continue to go into the program tonight, our team are not going to be present due to some conditions that is beyond our control. So I'm going to be alone tonight in studio. Our lines are open, like we clearly stated. Your text messages are also important to us. Let me just share to you our online that you can get in touch with our via WhatsApp, or you can also be able to send our text here, and we as well will be able to understand what your message is or read out your message is possible. So again, we are welcome to the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. And my key focus tonight will be on that topic, the cause and the effect of that cause in Liberia. What are some of the causes of our problem, our growing situation when it comes to farming activities in Liberia that comprises of production as well as value chain and the whole value chain? What are some of the major challenges we face, and where is it from? What are some of the sources of those problems, and how we are as Liberians need to focus on ways to improving that? So join me as I continue this broadcast. I want to hear from you as a public. I want to hear from you as Liberian, and I want to hear from you. What is the way forward? What is your understanding of what happened? What are some of the impact you think that is affecting us as you listen to this video? I hope this video meets you at this point. Thank you. Just follow. It's a long video, but I did bring this video out because this video is going to help us analyze some of the problems that we face. I have played it long time ago, but it is important now, and it is essential that we bring it back because it might be one of the main causes of our challenge in the farming sector. And so Facebook, we have no copyright to this video. We are just playing it for the educational purpose. So Facebook, we got no copyrights.
Background. On October 19, 2021, the Committee on Agriculture, Fish and Forestry, the plenary of the Liberian Senate, alleging that Minister of Agriculture, Madam Jenny Cooper, had developed a non-cooperative and non-compliance attitude towards the committee, thus obstructing legislative functions and responsibilities. The Liberian Senate accorded Madam Jenny Cooper due process and found her guilty with contempt. The Senate, through its wisdom, also asked Madam Cooper to report to the committee for further investigation on all alleged charges brought against her. In view of the above, the committee, as per the mandate of plenary, launched an investigation with the below, are her findings. 1. During the investigation, Madam Cooper admitted that she was not in proper control of the ministry, so she could not perform at expectation because her deputies were all appointed by the president, so she does not have supervision over them. 2. She was asked if she was a signatory to any account of the ministry. On her oath, Madam Cooper lied to the committee by saying no. But the committee proved.
Okay, for those that have just joined in, or we like to say a massive welcome to the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. Madam Jenny Cooper happens to be the present agriculture minister in Liberia, just for you to be aware. So when you hear the name Madam Jenny Cooper, is actually the current agriculture minister in Liberia. So just be aware as you hear the name.
The contrary, by evidence of an LBDR's Minister of Agriculture Value Chain Project account number 001 USD 21-303-14040, where she served as Category A signatory along with 3 other persons who are not employees of the Ministry of Agriculture, instead contractors, thus rendering the work of the controller of the ministry valueless. 3. In the same vein of the investigation, it was discovered that Madam Cooper did give 4 contracts to 4 of her advisors working in her office for a 2-year period, including her brother Zubin Cooper. The below are the evidence. A. Mr. Thomas Boki, PMU, that's MOA 214928-CS, that's RMDV, Agricultural Knowledge Management Advisor. Annual salary, $100,000 United States dollars. From February 15, 2021 to February 14, 2023. Project.
And these are current information. So it's not information that have been overdue, but as you listen, you're going to hear dates and you're going to know how current it is following the dates.
Value $99,984. Smallholder agriculture transportation and agribusiness revitalization project, Star P. B. Mr. Sylvester W. Taylor, PMU, that's MOA 214927-CS, RNDV, Financial Management Advisor, Project Value, $99,984, United States dollars. Annual salary, $50,000, United States dollars. From February the 3rd, 2021 to February the 2nd, 2023. Smallholder agriculture transportation and agribusiness revitalization project, Star B. C. Mr. Zubin L. Cooper, communication and marketing specialist, PMU, that's MOA 214927-CS RNDC DV. Annual salary, $100,000 United States dollars. From February 15, 2021 to February 14, 2022. Project value, $99,984. Smallholder agriculture transportation and agribusiness revitalization project, Star P. D. Mr. Luakina A. Tolbert, LR-PMU-MOA 174-130-CS-CDS. Financial Investment and Communication Consultant. Annual salary, $60,000 United States dollars. July 1, 2020 to June 30, 2021. Project value, $60,000 United States dollars. Note, Mr. Luakina Tolbert is not an employee of the Ministry of Agriculture.
So, as you clearly heard, the salary and the project pays the same. So, you are paying a salary and you are also paying for a project on the same pay rate. My people, when we speaking, sometimes people think we ain't got nothing to do and we have less strength. But I say this to say, these are records that plays and will always play. The great thing here is that these informations are also on the internet that give access to a long time investigation. If you see how much our people are struggling currently, I will just play one of the video just so that you match that video to what is happening right now. So I just pause and I want you kind of watch this. Again, we'd like to welcome all of our online guests. So we have Marjay. Marjay, we say you are absolutely welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Just before we continue, we'd like to welcome all of our online guests. So we have Marjay Toure. So we say welcome, Marjay, to this platform. We want to say welcome to Joshua. Joshua, we also say welcome to you. Speak Boy, we want to also say welcome. And so we are going to continue with the program, but I just wanted you to know or to see in connection with what we are saying. This is our current agriculture minister. And look at what is happening when it comes to catch the finance of the agriculture ministry to it people. That means the farmers. Why are we struggling for food that we have to import food from different countries into Liberia? A country that is so blessed beyond boundaries. A country that has everything it takes to promote its own country independently and provide food for every citizen. 3 times a day meal or even food. This is a country that is striving, even as we speak. Why? Because of this decision. It's not that Liberia is poor, but it's because we decide to channel our farmers into the wrong areas. As I clearly stated, I will bring back the minister information first, then I will now connect it to the farmers so that you see where we are and where we are heading to. If there is nothing that is being done early to tackle these things, how much we are going to experience now and the forthcoming year. So I just want you again, I will start it for those that are just joining, just so that we have a clear understanding what this message all centers around. Thank you.
But is a signatory to the Ministry of agricultural account. 4. In the committee's investigation room, it was in your office. Background. On October 19, 2021, the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry.
And the numbers are there
wrote
for
the
those that would
plenary
like to take opportunity
alleging
sending us text.
alleging that Minister of Agriculture, Madam Jenny Cooper, had developed a non-cooperative and non-compliance attitude towards the committee, thus obstructing legislative functions and responsibilities. Process and found not guilty with contempt. The Senate, through its wisdom, also asked Madam Cooper to report to the committee for further investigation on all alleged charges brought against her. In view of the above, the committee, as per the mandate of plenary, launched an investigation with the below, to which with the below are her findings. 1. During the investigation, Madam Cooper admitted that she was not in proper control of the ministry, so she could not perform at expectation because her deputies were all appointed by the president, so she does not have supervision over them. 2. She was asked if she was a signatory to any account of the ministry. On her oath, Madam Cooper lied to the committee by saying no. But the committee proved the contrary by evidence of an LBDR's Minister of Agriculture Value Chain Project account number 001 USD 21-303-14040, where she served as Category A signatory along with 3 other persons who are not employees of the Ministry of Agriculture, instead contractors, thus rendering the work of the controller of the ministry valueless. 3. In the same vein of the investigation, it was discovered that Madam Cooper did give 4 contracts to 4 of her advisors working in her office for a 2-year period, including her brother, Zubin Cooper. The below are the evidence. A. Mr. Thomas Boki, PMU, that's MOA 214928-CS, that's RMDV, Agricultural Knowledge Management Advisor. Annual salary, $100,000 United States dollars. From February 15, 2021 to February 14, 2023. Project value, $99,984. Smallholder agriculture transportation and agribusiness revitalization project, Star P. B. Mr. Sylvester David Taylor, PMU, that's MOA 214927-CS, RNDV, Financial Management Advisor, project value $99,984 United States dollars. Annual salary $50,000 United States dollars. From February the 3rd, 2021 to February the 2nd, 2023. Smallholder agriculture transportation and agribusiness revitalization project, star B. C. Mr. Zubin L. Cooper, Communication and Marketing Specialist, PMU-MOA 214927-CSRNDC, DV. Annual salary, 100,000 United States dollars. From February 15, 2021 to February 14, 2022. Project value, $99,984.
So sorry for the sake of time, and also because we will be having the team here next week. They have asked that we also replay this recording. So we will not be able to complete it because we want this information to have more analysis next week. So just join us so that we can all be able to join the next broadcast, which will be the farmers and what is happening to them.
Cheers to all of you who watching us, and welcome to this special interview with farmers in Pasagizia town. You know, it's also Street, Lofa County, and the Republic of Liberia. You know, we are here to talk to farmers across, this region who will tell us problems they are faced with as farmers, and how can those problems be handled. Many of them have made farm or have been making farm for so and still into a situation where they will need urgent help. So this morning we'll talk to one of our farmers here. She will tell us more about how she has been farm, what are challenges she hit with, and how those challenges be handled. I'm guessing you. And what's your name too?
Money is the Sawi.
Yes, I will. Yeah. Okay, thank you for accepting to talk to us. So, tell us how long you've been making farm.
I'm making farm for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Yes.
What farm do you make?
US farm, pepper farm. Yeah, the pepper farm, yeah. The farming.
I can see pepper, plantain, eggplant, bitter boy, other things here.
Go all the way down there.
So these are things you produce.
Yeah.
But tell us, since you've been producing these things, what are challenges you've been facing as a farmer?
Thank you. The one who face it on, it was so good today. You come. Who having row? Who having market? Market one. And what we suffering for? We find you for you to help us.
So when you make the farm,
Yeah.
to get a market space to sell the proceeds,
Yeah.
it's one big challenge you face.
Yeah.
You
That's what we suffering for.
All right. So when you produce it, what do you sell? Since no market here.
So don't get picky. A ten all having it. I will pay now carry Guinea press.
So I saw people this morning carrying goods from here to Guinea.
Yeah.
So when you carry the goods to Guinea, can the price be, as compared to the price you will sell with sometimes in Liberia?
More than Liberia press more than Guinea. But say we suffer having car, Guinea website or the plane for make you can carry the material there. Go having car, we suffer for the car material. Won't get market one.
So no market,
Yeah.
and no car to even transport your goods from here to the nearby town in Guinea.
Yeah.
So tell us, how do you want these problems to be handled?
Now make it crying all your for to help us for the market can okay all car.
Yeah. So if this organization this organization called the About Farm Liberia Farmers Union comes and they say, they want to help you with car.
Yeah.
How will you feel about that?
I feel fine, but
You feel fun about it.
yeah,
So thank you for talking to us,
yeah.
and we hope to be talking to you. We hope to be pay visit in this town to talk to a lot of people about the challenges they are faced with.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I did.
We have one of our mothers here as well, and she will talk to us about the same thing, the challenges she has been facing as farmer. Let's say good morning, Mama.
Yeah, morning.
How are you doing?
All right.
You standing here, you frown. What is the problem?
The problem is first money is local to Korea.
Mm,
The problem that we're facing here, very suffering here.
okay. So, but before we go to the problem, what do you produce in the first place? You are a farmer. What do you produce?
I made restaurant,
Rice farm,
hello,
edo,
potato,
potato.
bread, pepper,
Mm,
and plenty and banana.
good. So all those things you can produce, where you can sell them, where you can sell them.
That we can carry it Guinea and no good press. They can't buy it. Because from here to Guinea, they play not far. And some people can come from Guinea, they can't buy it, but no good press. Sometimes we put it in car to carry buckets out. But that one, that's small money we can spend.
You spend plenty money.
Plenty money. At the same time again, we do have market.
No market.
No market. And the one that's suffering oil. And when we carry goods in Guinea, no good press. We really suffering. So that the problem that we get. So we want for you to help us.
Mm. Now, Ozan. So a lot of people.
Most development economics, especially at low levels of per capita income, is about agriculture. In poor countries, agriculture simply is most of the economy, and for most of the last 12,000 years, agriculture has been the most important economic sector in all regions of the world, until, of course, recent industrialization. The advent of cheap, readily available food is one of the greatest advances in human history. It has meant that human beings can turn their attentions and energies away from simply finding something to eat, to building more important tools, or to creating more art and music, or to spending more time with other people, or whatever it is they want to do. Cheap food has enabled all of this. It's common consensus that increases in agricultural productivity are the most effective means of poverty reduction, especially for people living on, say, $1 or $2 a day. The growth in agriculture
And so one of the reasons why we had to play all of these videos is to clearly explain our role, our cause of the present situation in Liberia. I will be here to tell you more, but these videos explaining to you, I think it's even more connecting. Our present agriculture minister has been found guilty. That was the previous video. Found guilty of what? Thousands of US dollars. That was meant to be able to elevate agriculture in Liberia. Has been mismanaged, has been used for internal purpose, or have been spent based on what they think or feel, leaving those poor farmers behind. That was the reasons why we had to bring you the Pasagisia video. And as you clearly know that we are doing massive video interview in various counties. At current, we are now in Cape Mount, where we have been bringing you lots of information, lots of farmers being able to actually show us the true story that is affecting them, which is called poverty. Let me tell you, for those of you that have never joined me before, we have always been speaking about agriculture. But right now, we even more concerned about those that should be the ones to help boost agriculture in Liberia. We are concerned to an extent of how much these people are investing into themselves rather than into the country. Taxpayer money that is spent for personal gain. So now it's no exception to the unfolding circumstances in Liberia. As you clearly listen to the video, and this video is going to be played again next week. These people have thousands of dollars leaving these farmers. No road, you clearly heard, no market. Even if these people struggle, they farm within their range because of the lack of equipment, the lack of skills. They may have a bit of knowledge, but they need those skills to build their knowledge. Even those ones are losses. In this Mali DNA, our people are still using hoax to squash farm, where our minister is using 1,000, 100,000, 200,000 and paying one person, with the whole country, including the educational sector of agriculture, which we have to have like laboratories. We need good chairs and tables, being able to access the internet, being able to focus on the teachers so that they be able to help the upcoming generation with that knowledge that they need of food production. They are all being teared aside, all because of the very personal gain that we're talking about. Thousands and thousands, millions of dollars have flowed into Liberia. And yet, there is not even a laboratory for students to do research. Neither is there any help in terms of changing the innovation or bringing in new innovation in agriculture in Liberia. We are still doing the Stone Age agriculture, but we are being paid millions of dollars. As we stand, the minister is still receiving a huge amount, whereas the farmers have been denied the right to advance into the sector. Many of them do not even know who is the minister because there is no connection between the agriculture ministry and the farmers. People are just sitting in the office and doing documentation based on what they think or feel. Many of the people, according to the report we gather, so many of them have yet to see who is the minister of agriculture. Maybe if they do hear the name, then that's it. But there's no present Fed. How can a country like Liberia be going through this and we expect that things will improve? We are the Aba Organic Farm Liberia farmers here. We have no connection with political affiliations to say, okay, maybe because of political timing, they are saying this because of political reasons. No, my people, we have nothing to do with political reasons. We have all to say about what is happening currently. There is too much struggle without job opportunity. Look at what is happening. You are talking about 100,000. If we had 100,000, I can guarantee you, it will not do everything, but it will do some. And that's why we call improvement. When there is nothing that is to be done, or there is nothing that is being done, there is nothing to be changed. Look at what is going on. Farmers all over are struggling. These people are the very people that put people in power. And we are here enjoying the luxury of ordinary rice, substandard food, and making them sick, leaving them without hospitals. You go into the hospitals, you don't even find medication. All the medication is outside in the drugstore for sale. How can these people that do not have a job at the same time that cannot even sell survive? And we wonder why there is so much rest in peace. As the time is fast spent, I want us to know that we're going nowhere with this attitude. Matter of fact, one minister putting 200,000, 300,000 in their account and still remains minister and still receiving fat salary with all of his incentives. It's taking Liberia nowhere. We must be true to ourselves. That's why we cannot afford to export, but we can afford to import. We definitely can afford to import. But when it comes to exporting, no, it is impossible. Why will Liberians become independent enough to be exporters? But I'm telling you here, we are changing the mindset. It may not come automatically, but we are going there. Not all cars are automatic cars, but they all run and drive on the same road. They may not reach at the same time, but at the end of it all, they all reach. And we are saying this to you as a leader, to you that are in power and influence, to step in and change this. We may not have the opportunity now to ask you, but it got a long way of effects on our country, on our citizens, and on our people as a nation. We must share the responsibility of changing the way we do things. Now we are running into another election with the hope that people will just be given the opportunity to serve. But if you are serving, you must be able to know that your people will trust you and that depends on you, look up to you. 200,000, 100,000 a while to you for your own company as a city minister. You dare not to even go on a field to identify with the poor farmers who are struggling because your office has all it takes. You sit there and make international negotiations. You sit right there and send out emails, send out false names, and being able to speak out so that you get more fundings. Yes, but the fundings does not reach to the rightful people. And that's why farmers all over Liberia, this is a fact, and this is not a fiction. We have all evidence to that, what I'm saying. And we will continue to escalate the evidence. We will continue to search more evidence so that when we are speaking, we will not be speaking based on what we think, but we'll be speaking based on facts. We cannot always sit and be a harm to our own country and pretend to be people who love their country. You do not have to be in state power before you can do better for your country. You do not have to really scrape the people from the letter that are even sent to them. If you look at the budget, agriculture is the minimum. They have the minimum, and even in the midst of the minimum, you still scrape everything out of them. What are we into? Is it a bad thing to be a farmer? Have we in any way committed any crime becoming a farmer? How in any way that farmers are turned to become a nightmare, that they have no voice and nobody is there to even reference them or even speak on their behalf? All of our lawmakers, they are good in putting agriculture at the center, or even making agriculture as one of the first or one of the priorities. But they get into it, they forget. They get into it, they forget. They represent us into a parliament that they know the fundings are not reaching out to the very farmers that put them in power, but yet they are mute. I'm telling you, I'm not saying this because I want power. I'm not saying this because I need a job in Liberia. I'm not saying this because I'm desperate. No, I'm saying this because it's facts. And I want you all to prove me wrong if I'm wrong. We all get wrong at some time. But if this continue, we will continue to take our income that's supposed to create jobs and send it out to empower others. This is what we evolve into. How can a minister be awarding herself thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars into her own account, and yet you keep her? That's why they fight that she has been noted as corrupt. Decision, no consequences. She still flies far. She's still okay. She still do the same thing. And what is there to change? Nothing. And nobody see that as something that should be done. But instead, we glorify these people. We make them feel that they are untouchable. How will you feel if you were in that situation where your children have been denied going to school, all because you are financially depressed? They have robbed you financially. They cause your goods to stay in your hands because of bad road. Yet, they have roads to bring imported toxic food to Liberia. Our people are actually dying. For those of you who in denial, facing reality now. Women that are pregnant are still having to go and use hook. You know how many women that has to lose their children and yet no good medical facility to even help them in the process? What kind of country are we building? We are only here talking about election. We are only here currently concerned about power. But no one has the concern to understand the dying needs of the very farmers that put them into this power. May God help us all, because we're going nowhere with our attitude, because we are friends of the president, or we are friends of a minister, or because we know this person, so we think we are untouchable. But we are watching. We are watching. These things may not go unpunished. Trust me. You can't continue to strangle people that have done nothing to you but to empower you. How can you use hundreds of thousands, even in the lowest form, that have been sent to agriculture? Even those donors that have given you so much, and yet even the budget, you going into the budget and taking everything out for your personal gain. You have access to international donor funds. You have all programs under your feet where people are supposed to gain, yet you do not give those programs out. I have many of calls here where people have openly expressed that deep frustration. You will put the information on the website. Go to agriculture website. You go there, you download those information, you send in your form. They play you. They play you. They collect your information, your farming information. They collect them. But how many people do really benefit from them? If the ratios were even going to be 50%, but now we will be talking about better production. But even the donor funds is spent widely spent on personal gains. Then we come back to our own state financial budget for agriculture. It's been wiped out again. And the House of Senate is here telling us that she is found guilty with nothing to be done about it. But yet, we have, I think they said, 14 million to be sent out to import more food. How insulting that is. Why are you people insulting us? Like we do not know what we are. Are we a bunch of fools? To the point where we do not know the importance of our soil anymore, or we are not good to be invested into. You take millions of dollars and sending it out to import thirsty food to our people. And the agriculture minister is there strangulating our account and making sure that we have no pay. Goods and services have been spoiled. No one warehouse that has cooling system to sustain the farmer's effort. How many people farm day unto day, night unto night? They're farming, they're struggling, and yet their food perish right in their very eyes with no regret from the minister of agriculture down to even the lowest person. It hurts, my people, it hurts. We must not all sit down and fold our hands. It hurts because I know what it takes to buy a seed and cultivate a land. I know what it takes. I understand what it means to cultivate a land. And you have to plant those seeds and ensure that you water them. You ensure that those seeds are well maintained. Then you come back to maturity. When it's mature, then you transform or you transfer them from one point to another. Not only that you have to do that, you rooting all the grass from among them to make sure that it grows well as buying the chemicals to ensure that those things, they are not eaten by insects. And after all of those efforts are applied, and you come back to facing additional challenge where you are producing your own food to take it to the market to even get something to sustain you and your household. It is yet another challenge. What are we working into? Then we have our House of Representatives, our Senate, minister, all of them, they signing papers to go out and import food. Because they will have 5%, 2% at the cost and the detriment of the innocent people that had to consume them and die. And they all sat there and building our big, big houses. And the thing is, all right, what kind of country are we building? Oh, yes, I'm furious tonight. Sorry, but I'm furious tonight because I feel the pain because I've been into it. I'm not just speaking because I like to speak, but because I'm a farmer myself. I went through what I'm saying here. Went through it. And most of my crops had to perish because we got not even one cooling house. And this kind of cooling house we're talking about places that have people that are making vegetables, that have fruits, can be able to store it even over one night. We got the warehouses in red light area. What rat have eaten everything there. The doors and the thing, everything living with rats and thing. You put your goods there before the day break, the heat have even eaten it out. And those people have to pay for keeping our goods right there. And those very goods will not even be able to sell for the next day. But we have a minister that is taking hundreds of thousands of dollars and compensating it into their own personal account. They have been found guilty. But there is nothing to be done about it because everyone has found themselves into the very same game. So nowhere they can prosecute. Who is going to prosecute who? Well, every one of us are found in the same society. Living the people that have to bear the sunlight all day long. Women and children on the farms. Pregnant women. Because they no longer can afford to send their children to school. How many farmers have not come out to us? Look at my videos. People that are listening to me. Follow the videos to everything I'm saying here. Follow my videos. It's going to show you different counties and different informations. But the same people facing the same challenge. And all we see is one minister that is riding a luxury jeep. Their offices are filled with air conditioning, so they do not understand what it takes to be under the sun, trying to maintain a farm that will man or with no income. Let us stop this evil behavior in the name of I am boss. You know boss. A boss should be somebody that has conscience, concern. A boss should be that person that serves its people, not someone that will do things for themselves and think it's all right. I would like to stop here tonight. And I hope that we'll be here next week on Saturday. And we'll be discussing this very topic under this CM brother, the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. So on behalf of the management, I would like to conclude by saying our attitude must change. And it must change in a system that works for all, not for some. If we catch somebody that is stealing a trouser, we beat them to death in Liberia. But we catch our ministers, our big people, stealing millions of dollars. We wave our hands and say, hello, sir. Because we think they are untouchable. They might be untouchable right now, but our voices will touch them. And I want you to share the video. Because all I'm saying is all facts. I'm not saying it because I hate somebody or I against somebody. I'm saying it because people need to know they're wrong to help them be a better person. No one knows it all. But we think enough is enough right now. We think Our people need to live and survive. We think our nation needs to feed itself. We think our society needs to provide job opportunity for our people, our generation. We think our society is able to do it. If only we can talk about those that have done this, that they will have the competency to know that it is time to change. For so many decades, we've been forgotten. The industry of the agricultural sector has been denied so much to the point where even when it comes to the fiscal year budgeting system, we have been put to the bottom. The list, even that list is still being taken away from us. We are still hunting where to survive. We are still looking for that person that was put on the ballot box. Agriculture will be something, and we are still looking to see that person because all we see is just fake and lies. They call our names in a different political areas, but they fear to identify with us. They fear us. I'm saying it. They fear us. They do not come to our aid. They do not see our need. They do not care about us. They care about putting our names as agriculture, but they do not even identify with us. Go to our institutions, agricultural institutions, and you will testify it. Go on the field, go in the various towns. Our houses are still leaking. Our people are still struggling. Their children are still out of schools. Teachers are hardly to attend classes. We are not going anywhere if we do not stand up to say the wrong is wrong and the right is right. And we think that, oh, when we say it, then we are all about politics. No, this other platform has nothing to do with politics. Matter of fact, we're not even concerned about who win power, who out of power. It's not our concern. Our most focus point here is how best we can have that person that have the country at heart by investing into the nation's highest employment sector to bring about seedings, to change the way we farm, to bring in investors. By bringing in machines, we are bringing our own investors. We do not need to go out. We will attract an investor by what we produce. It's not what we say. If we are sitting there and say we want investors to come, how can the investor come? Where are they coming? When we cannot even feed ourselves. It is a shame to Africa's oldest republic. It is a shame to still be in the same spot at this time where Ghana, Nigeria, and other places are producing food that can be able to serve their country and also export into different countries. Right now, we need to seize the opportunity of feeding the world. But are we even on our path? No. Because we are still on the rampage of collecting funds internationally, collecting funds from donor partners in the pretend that we are helping our farmers, and yet we are not even identified with one complete district. It is a shame. We have been denied for so long, but this voice will not cease. And this voice represents the millions of farmers out there. That's why we will continue to interview them. That's why we will continue to expose the truth behind our challenges. May God bless you as you share the video, as you stand up with us in our most dark days of agriculture in Liberia. May God bless you and reward you and your generation for just standing up to this voice. Because there's one voice that is sitting here tonight. It's the voice of that woman that do not have the opportunity or speaking on media. This one voice represents the millions of men that had to hold cutlasses in their hands and their palms are breaking away. This one voice represents that little girl that do not even have a slippers to wear to go to school because her parents or their parents cannot even afford to work any longer. Oh yes, this one voice represents that woman that never had the chance to sit where I'm sitting today. So I want you to all stand by us. Like we said, this is no political platform. But we are here to deny the strength of those that suppress us for years. We are here to say it is over. We are here to say it is finished. Your time is over. Give us freedom now. Give us freedom now. And let our people be free. Stop stealing the money from them and give them what is rightfully theirs. Help them and elevate the dream that we feel ourselves. Let it not just be the paper talk. Let it be really implemented. If even you do not call on us, do it. We will see it and we will sit on the same very platform and say, yes, something is being done and we will be able to call your name. But if you wish to be able to help in this process with the little you have, reach out to us. Our lines are open. Our numbers are there. We are called on Facebook. We are on WhatsApp. We are also on YouTube. We are not inhaling. Get this copy across, please, and stand with us in this cause of freedom. We believe that freedom is on the way, and it's coming. And it's coming for us all. You may not be a farmer, but you can work within the value chain. You can package something. You can be able to help and produce something. You can separate something, or you can market something. That's what value chain stands for. It covers a lot of areas that you do not just need to be a farmer to benefit from what we are talking about here, but you can also be a contributor to being able to have an opportunity to work in the nation's highest employment sector. So join this voice now and forever as we move Liberia forward together. Thank you and God bless you. Your usual host is Maba A. Anderson. As we come to tonight's end, we'd like to say a warm good night. This is how we will be leaving you.
Welcome to Abak Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. With Abak Organic producing high-quality food with low environmental impact, organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abak Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abak Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abak Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880-547-543 or 0776-570-925 or 0886-199-299 or 0777-567777, or you can directly contact our CEO Abae Addison on +447 943 523387, and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
And so we are partners for good, and this is my final recommendation to those that have been following me. And I would like to say thank you for following, thank you for sharing. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage all farmers, all students, faculties, teachers in all areas, as well as our different leaders. We all have the responsibility to share this information. We all have to grab the attention of knowing the fact that if we cannot continue to feed ourselves, we will always be beggars. But we can divert that and bring our motivation in our young people. We can work together and we can rebuild our broken economy. Let us come together. Let us leave politics aside and focus on development. Let us strengthen ourselves by production. Not denial, but the production give us power and influence. Make us successful. So tonight, this is how I want to leave you. To all the farmers, know that we are still going to continue the advocacy. We are still going to remain committed in advocating. No matter how long it takes, we believe there's something that is going to happen. And somebody somewhere is going to get involved and it's going to help us to transform the agricultural sector. We believe strongly that our condition is not going to remain the same. We believe strongly that somebody somewhere is going to be well touched and they're going to help us, help this sector improve for the betterment of all. Because this sector actually bless all other sectors. Where there is no food, there is no life. In order to function in anywhere, you must have food. So we are going to continue to work, continue to pray, and continue to remain committed to what we believe. God bless you. Your usual host, Madam Abba A. Anderson. And good night. Goodbye.